So this is a very interesting question. I was stuck in this question. It's definitely worth it to come in advance, right? J advance. So there's a different method to handle it. Actually, in maths, in J advance, especially, there come some questions which are solved, which have to be solved by non-routine method, which is I think not many of the teachers do this type of questions in the class. So not many students get exposure to this type of questions. So what we have to do in this was here actually the game was not of concept. Here the game was of question problem solving, right? The data given in the question and how you do use the data very wisely. So what the question, let function, this function is given for all x greater than -1. Okay, for this function, the question, understanding of question is very important, and use of data is very important here. So f dash x is greater than 0 for all x belonging to 0 to alpha, and we are asked the value of alpha's GIF. So basically in this question, from -1 x greater than -1, we have to find where the f dash x is, that is the interval in which f of x is an increasing function, right? So first approach which came to my mind was that I would differentiate this function, and after differentiating I would make it greater than 0 and find the interval of x. So I will just write down here. So here I have written the question in short, like f of x here, and the question is this: we have to find the GIF of alpha. So first I did is what I differentiated it. Now I made it greater than 0, and I thought I will solve the inequality, right? Pretty straightforward. So it's by 2, and now what I can do is either see. We can see here two very different functions are given here. So just remember, when two very different functions which are very hardly related to each other, like exponential or logarithmic or trigonometric, especially with algebraic functions is related like this, so try to take the help of graph, right? Such questions are solved by using graph. So what I can do is I can draw graph of ln x, ln 1 plus x, right? So graph of ln x is like this. So what would be 1 plus ln x? So at x is equal to 0, it would be not at x is equal to, okay, ln 1 is equal to 0, right? So ln 1 plus x. So when x is equal to 0, we would get ln 1 is equal to, so at x is equal to 0 we are getting this. So graph would be something like this, right? ln 1 plus x. I am a little bad at graphs, so I am taking time for it. Now x is x upon 2, y is equal to x upon 2. So according to me it would be pretty like this, I think, right? The graph would be right. So where is this greater than this? So the interval is somewhere, it is lying here, right? Okay, sorry, at x is equal to 0, you can see it is intersecting first. So from 0 to alpha, so we have to just find the alpha here when this is equal to this, right? So what I will do is I would find just the alpha, right? So what I did is that 1 plus x is equal to x by 2. Now I'm just thinking what to do. Try hit and trial method. So x is equal to 2 डाल के देखो, 1 e नहीं, Now how to solve this? 1 plus x, take the e that side, x upon 2. So as you can see, if you are stuck in this kind of question where you cannot get a specific answer, and obviously we cannot get an integer here, right? Because it's pretty messed up, like. And now you should see that GIF of alpha is asked. So by seeing the GIF, you must know that alpha cannot be an integer, and if it is a decimal, means what to say, if it contains decimal point, then if it contains decimal point, if it contains decimal point, then we cannot simply calculate the x, right? So the approach is wrong here, right? Now how to solve? So first of all, the first click we got is that we have to use graph here. We cannot solve this equation here, and by this approach it is not coming, right? So now, since the solution is wrong, what we have to do now, just focus on the data. We have given here f of x, we have given x is greater than -1 and f dash x is greater than 0. So how to click is that, actually I know the solution because obviously I couldn't solve it and I saw the solution, but here I am making a video about how you can click this. So okay, so I feel now what we can do is that if we want alpha here, so alpha's GIF here, so I think f of x, yes, since we saw here derivative approach is not working, so we can say that we should make use of graph. So just keep this thumb rule: if question of monotonicity is not being solved by derivative or any algebraic approach, right? Algebraic approach, and what you say, info about f dash x is asked, then take help of graph. So now what is the main what is the main thing is here is that, so as we see f dash x is greater than 0, that is we must keep in mind that the function is increasing. So we can try to draw the graph of this function, right? Now I am kind of guy that by seeing this type of function, I think that I cannot draw the graph of this function because obviously it would be much more complicated. But actually we must try that how to now draw the graph. This is very important. So we can make use of monotonicity here and maxima minimas here. F dash x means increasing function, so what we can do is that end point is given here, x is greater than -1, so put -1 here, or you can just find out limit x tending to -1 plus, right, in the right hand side of f of x, right? Okay, now -1 इधर डाल के देखो तो this would become 0, so this would obviously become 0, right? And here it would be +1 and it would be -1 upon 4, that would be 3 upon 4. Okay, we got that at -1 we are getting f of x is equal to 3 by 4. Now as you can see, it would be somewhere here, right? -1 and 3 by 4, right? Now we want to know that it would be increasing or decreasing. Like this side graph must not be there because x is greater than -1, right? So graph must have to be either increasing from here or decreasing from here. For that we can find f of 0 here, right? If f of 0 we would get more than 3/4, then it would be something like this, and if we get less than 3/4, then it would be decreasing. So just find out f of 0 is that. Okay, it would become 0 and 0 0. Okay, f of 0 is becoming 0. So the graph would be something like this, right? Okay. Oh, it would be like this also, never mind, but it would be like this. F of 0 is equal to 0, and then from here it can be go down or go up. Now how we will find out that? Now you can do is that, okay, f dash x, you can just use the f dash x here. We have got here f dash x ln 1 plus x upon x/2, right? So f dash x is equal to ln 1 plus x plus x, okay, plus it was, or okay, minus x/2, right? Minus x/2. Now we can just find out the slope at x is equal to 0, so that we can know if it is decreasing. If it would be negative, then it would be decreasing, it would go down, and if it will be positive, right? If it would be positive, it cannot be positive simply because either it would be 0 or it would be negative, because negative तो है पहले से, तो ये जाएगा. लेकिन देखो यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव हो गया तो इसको टर्न लेना पड़ेगा ना. तो अगर टर्न लेना पड़ेगा ना इसको, तो ये तो मतलब ये तो ऐसे हो जाएगा, ऐसे कट ये हो जाएगा. तो ये हो भी सकता है, नहीं हो सकता, देखेंगे. तो एफ डैश 0, जस्ट पुट हियर 0, so it would become 0 0. Oh, f dash 0 is becoming 0 here, thus it would be a turning point, right? It would be a turning point, right? Maxima or minima, right? So if it would be turning point here, so it must increase, right? It must increase. Now here is 1 2 3 4. Now f dash x is greater than 0. It can be from here and it go till alpha, right? Till alpha it would be increasing as given in the question. Now that alpha we have to find, so just put every integer in the function of f dash x, right? Just put and see when we will get sign change. Now it is positive, you know, so 2 डाल के देखो, 2 डाला तो 2 plus 1 क्या आएगा, 3 ln 3 minus 3 minus 9/4 is equal to 3 ln 3 minus 3. Now this would be something around 2.5, I think. Okay, it would be something around 2.2, right? So now here we get 3 common, and it would be ln 3 minus 1 minus 2.2, right? Now ln 3, now as you see 3 is greater than e, right? And if it is greater than e, so it would be definitely greater than 1. If it would be greater than 1, then it would be surely a positive quantity. So here it would be 3 into something, right? So 3 into something here minus 2.2, and so this would be positive. Now put f dash 3 here, so it would become 3 plus 1 4 ln 3 plus 1 4 minus 4 minus 4 for the 16 by 4 to 4. It would become 4 ln 4 minus 8. Now as you can see 8 is definitely bigger than this, so this would become negative. As you can see f dash 3 is negative, f dash 2 is positive, thus somewhere between 2 and 3 must lie alpha, where it is increasing. Okay, I would just hold it here, and it would be decreasing here, right? here it would be d by x negative, d by dx is negative, and here it is positive. Somewhere around alpha it must be changing, so increasing would be 0 to alpha. Since alpha lies between 2 and 3, so GIF of alpha would become 2. Right, in this manner we have to solve this question. So since GIF is here, so you can use graph of the function, as if it lies between two integers, then you can definitely write the answer here. So this was very important click. It's very important in the exam.